Welcome to This Explainer. You know, it's a crazy statistic, but most people who actually quit their fitness goals do it for one simple reason. They just push too hard, way too fast. So today, we're taking your health journey and turning it into a completely actionable blueprint. We're going to give you the exact tools you need to master physical activity, both safely and effectively. Let's get into it.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to look at the real power behind MVPAs, how to accurately track your heart rate, those essential safety protocols you cannot skip, what to do in a fitness emergency, and wrap up with the golden rules of gym etiquette. All right, section 1. Let's talk about making movement your main mission, specifically focusing on the power of MPVAs.
Your primary goal here is to hit at least 60 minutes of MVPAs, which stands for moderate to vigorous physical activities, most days of the week. But, how can you actually tell the difference between the two? Well, the easiest trick is the talk test. With moderate activity, stuff like brisk walking or maybe some gardening, your heart rate definitely goes up, but you can still hold a normal conversation without gasping for air. But when you shift gears into vigorous activity, think running or a brutal HIIT workout, frankly, if you can comfortably sing along to your playlist, you are just not working hard enough. At that level, stringing a full sentence together should be genuinely tough.
And the payoff for putting in this consistent work is huge. It really is like unlocking major stat boosts for your life. Physically, you're building up serious cardiovascular endurance and raw strength. But mentally, that flood of endorphins acts as a totally natural stress killer. Plus, if you're jumping into team sports or group classes, you're naturally leveling up your teamwork and communication skills at the exact same time.
Now, I get it. It's not always smooth sailing. We all hit walls, right? Whether it's a crazy school schedule or just a total lack of motivation on a Tuesday afternoon. But your secret weapon here is your community. By leaning on your friends, family, and your school for support, you can actually plan that 60 minutes right into your daily routine. Proper planning and goal setting turn those massive mental roadblocks into just minor speed bumps.
Okay, moving right along to section 2, let's look at how to monitor your internal stats by tracking your heart rate.
Think of it exactly like the dashboard on a car. Your target heart rate tells you exactly how your engine, your body, is handling physical stress. It is that perfect, measurable sweet spot of beats per minute that keeps you in the optimal zone to actually see results, completely avoiding the danger of overexerting yourself. But to find that target, we first need to figure out your maximum heart rate. And the math for this is ridiculously simple. All you do is take the number 220 and subtract your current age. That's it. That number is the absolute maximum beats per minute your heart should ever reach during peak exertion. So let's actually map this out step by step so you can lock in your exact target zone before you even tie your shoes. Let's say you're 25 years old and you're aiming for a moderate workout at a 60% intensity level. First, 220 minus 25 gives you a max heart rate of 195. Then you simply multiply that 195 by 0.60, and boom, there you have it. Your target zone is right at 117 beats per minute.
But look, even with flawless math, you absolutely have to listen to your body. Monitoring your limits is every bit as important as pushing them. If you ever hit red flags, we're talking chest pain, severe dizziness, sudden nausea, or feeling like you might faint, you must stop immediately. Your body is incredibly smart. When it pulls the fire alarm, you need to pay attention.
Which brings us right into section 3, the essential safety protocols you need to armor up.
Jumping into an intense workout without precautions is honestly like driving on the highway without a seatbelt. Your safety checklist actually starts pre-workout, making sure you're wearing the right shoes and getting those dynamic warm-ups in. Then mid-workout, it's all about staying constantly hydrated and just being aware of your environment, like the weather. And post-workout, please don't just collapse on the floor. You've got to cool down with some light walking and static stretching to safely bring that heart rate we just talked about back down to normal. But despite our best efforts, sometimes things do go wrong. So section 4 is all about handling fitness emergencies. This is your lifeline. Often severe emergencies come down to extreme temperature shifts in the body. On one extreme, you have hyperthermia. This is when the body gets dangerously hot, causing flushed skin, excessive sweating, and extreme dizziness. On the total flip side is hypothermia, where the body's core temperature drops dangerously low, triggering uncontrollable shivering, numbness, and slurred speech. Recognizing these massive extremes early on can literally save someone's life. And knowing exactly who to contact in a crisis is half the battle. If you're on campus, your school nurse and PE teachers are your go-to lifelines for immediate first aid. Off campus, you should definitely know the location of your local barangay health center for primary care. And obviously, for any life-threatening situation, you need to have the local hospital and emergency hotlines locked into your phone and ready to dial. If a crisis does strike, this basic 5-step checklist is your anchor to turn panic into helpful action. Step 1. Take a breath and stay calm. Step 2. Quickly assess how bad the situation is. Step 3. Call for help immediately. Step 4. Only provide first aid if you are actually trained to do so. Otherwise, Step 5 is your best tool. Just stay right there with the injured person, offering reassurance until the pros arrive. Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 5. This is the code of honor for any shared fitness space, gym etiquette, and respect. You see, etiquette isn't just about being polite. It acts as an invisible safety net for everyone. Inspecting your gear before using it ensures a cracked barbell doesn't suddenly cause an injury. Avoiding horseplay keeps the pathways clear so no one trips. And simple things like returning borrowed materials and wiping down your sweat, well, that just shows fairness, courtesy, and genuine sportsmanship in a shared environment. I absolutely loved this takeaway because stepping up as a true leader in your fitness journey has nothing to do with how much weight you can lift or how fast you sprint. It's actually about elevating the environment for everyone else by modeling positive behavior and actively helping the people around you stay safe. So, you now have the complete blueprint. You know the mechanics of movement, you've got the math to protect your heart, and the etiquette to lead others. But the biggest variable in all of this isn't in these concepts. It's you. When you wake up and look at your schedule tomorrow, what is the very first step you are going to take to cross that starting line?